Formula One, Formula E, IndyCar. 3 different formulas, all promising the ultimate spectacle of open-wheel racing. On the surface, they look similar: fast, loud, and on the absolute edge of control. In one corner, you have Formula One, the glittering global pinnacle of technology, where nations and iconic brands spend billions to chase milliseconds. In another, IndyCar, America's raw, visceral answer. A brutal, physically demanding series where parity reigns and the driver is the ultimate difference maker. And finally, Formula E, the silent disruptor. The all-electric vision of the future, pushing the boundaries of technology at a terrifying rate. So, which one is truly the ultimate motorsport? To settle the debate, we're going to break them down across 4 key battlegrounds. Buckle up! This is Formula Everything! Alright, let's get straight to the big one. The category everyone wants to know about. Who is the undisputed king of speed? If you think Formula One holds all the cards, you might be in for a surprise. On the massive ovals like Indianapolis, an Indy car is an absolute missile, reaching terrifying speeds of up to 240 miles per hour. They are built for low drag and pure sustained velocity. A Formula One car, by contrast, is a master of aerodynamics, designed for immense downforce. This means it's slower in a straight line, typically topping out around 220 miles per hour. And Formula E? With its brand new Gen 3 car, it now reaches a very respectable 200 miles per hour. But top speed has never been its primary mission. So, on top speed alone, the crown goes to IndyCar. But that's only half the story. What about acceleration? A Formula One car is a rocket ship, launching from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in a blistering 2.6 seconds. An Indy car is right there with it, taking about 3 seconds to do the same. But, believe it or not, neither of them is the king of the launch. That crown now belongs to the new Gen 3 Evo Formula E car, which hits 100 kilometers per hour in an absolutely insane 1.86 seconds. Yes, you heard that right. It's significantly faster off the line than a Formula One car. Round 1 goes to IndyCar and Formula E, but speed is only part of the equation. Next up, we look at what all this performance actually costs. Let's start with the Titan, Formula One. While there's a budget cap of around $140 million per team, that number is deeply misleading. It doesn't include driver salaries, marketing, or the salaries of the top 3 highest paid employees. When you factor everything in, top teams like Ferrari and Mercedes are operating with budgets in the hundreds of millions. Champions like Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton earn between $70 to $100 million a year. In F1, money directly buys speed. It's an engineering arms race, and the biggest wallet often wins. Now, let's switch to IndyCar, and the contrast is breathtaking. An entire season for one car costs around $10 to $14 million, a tiny fraction of an F1 budget. How do they do it? By controlling the variables. Every team uses the same Dallara chassis and can only choose between 2 engine suppliers, Honda or Chevrolet. This philosophy of parity means success is determined by driver skill and team strategy, not by who can afford a better front wing. It's a model built for pure, close, and affordable competition. And what about the newcomer, Formula E? It was designed from the ground up to be cost-effective and sustainable. With a strict budget cap of around 15 million euros, it offers a controlled environment. Like IndyCar, teams use a spec chassis and battery, but they have the freedom to develop the most road-relevant part, the electric powertrain. This attracts huge manufacturers like Porsche and Jaguar, who can innovate without the runaway costs of Formula One. But for creating the most competitive, unpredictable racing for the lowest cost, the crown must go to IndyCar. It delivers the most bang for your buck. Next, we'll see how these philosophies translate into global appeal. IndyCar is the heart and soul of American racing. While its global numbers are not so high, averaging around 1.7 million viewers in the US, its connection with the fans is arguably deep and authentic. The fan experience is king here. You can get closer to the cars, meet the drivers, and feel a part of the action, all without breaking the bank. Now we have the challenger, Formula E. Many critics have asked if it's pointless, but the numbers tell a story of rapid growth. The series is attracting a younger, more digitally savvy audience, hitting a cumulative viewership of nearly 500 million last season. Its strategy is completely different, bringing the races to the people in the heart of major cities. While it doesn't have the history of F1 or the traditions of IndyCar, it's building its own legacy as an accessible, forward-thinking sport, and its audience is growing year after year. But when it comes to the winner of this round, the verdict is clear. This round is a knockout victory for Formula One. It is more than a sport, it's a global phenomenon. With an average of over 70 million viewers per race worldwide, its reach is simply colossal. Fueled by the Drive to Survive effect, F1 has captured a new generation of fans, blending high-stakes drama with celebrity glamour. From the historic streets of Monaco to the glittering lights of Las Vegas, F1 is a traveling circus of prestige and aspiration. It's exclusive, it's expensive, and for millions, it's the absolute pinnacle of entertainment. With the score tied, it all comes down to our final and perhaps most important category. Which of these incredible machines is actually the most difficult to drive? The truth is, this isn't about which is harder, but about the unique kind of skill and pain each one demands. Driving an F1 car is a battle against physics itself. The biggest challenge? The insane G-forces. In high-speed corners and under braking, drivers endure forces that feel like having a heavyweight fighter pushing on their neck. It's a challenge of pure physical endurance. Mentally, it's just as demanding. The steering wheel is a supercomputer, and drivers are constantly making micro-adjustments to the differential, brake balance, and energy recovery systems, all while hitting apexes with millimeter precision. Then there's IndyCar. And the challenge here is one word: brutal. IndyCars have no power steering. Drivers are physically wrestling a 700 horsepower beast for hours. As drivers who have raced in both series will tell you, the sheer upper body strength required is immense. It is a raw, exhausting, physical fight.
Formula One is all about the G-forces and your neck. IndyCar, less G-forces because less downforce on the car. You need really to work on your shoulders, on your grip strengths, on your forearms, biceps, triceps, lats, to be able to turn the wheel.
And then there's the bravery. Driving inches from a concrete wall at 240 miles per hour on an oval requires a level of courage that is simply off the charts. It's less about fine-tuning and more about raw talent and nerve. Finally, we have Formula E. The #1 challenge is energy management. Drivers aren't just going flat out. They are constantly calculating, lifting, and coasting, and hitting regeneration targets to ensure they have enough energy to finish the race. The cars themselves are incredibly tricky. With less downforce, instant electric torque, and all-weather tires, they are constantly on the edge, ready to snap at any moment on narrow, bumpy street circuits. So, who wins the final round? Honestly, it's hard to choose. It's a three-way tie. Each series requires a different kind of hero. IndyCar requires immense physical strength. Formula E demands intense mental calculation. But Formula One requires both, at the highest level. A Formula One driver must endure the physical punishment of a fighter pilot, while simultaneously operating a multi-million-dollar supercomputer at 200 miles per hour. They need the raw strength to handle the G-forces and the mental agility to manage complex systems in real time. So, the final round, difficulty, has to go to Formula One. After breaking it all down, we don't have one winner. There is no single best series. Instead, there are different philosophies, each perfecting a different aspect of motorsport. If you believe racing should be the absolute pinnacle of technology, a global spectacle of innovation and prestige, then Formula One remains in a class of its own. But if you believe racing should be about raw, unpredictable, wheel-to-wheel action where any driver can win on any given Sunday, then IndyCar delivers the purest and most competitive show on Earth. And let's not forget the disruptor. If you want a glimpse into the future, to see the technology that will define our cars tomorrow being pushed to its limits today, then Formula E is the most relevant and forward-thinking championship out there. Ultimately, the best series is the one that excites you the most. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Formula Everything. Thanks for watching.